See you. Good to see you.
Yeah.
Identical. That is Abubakar Nurmagomedov, former UFC fighter.
Why'd you press 15?
Reckon he
press 15.
I didn't fucking press 15, and Abubakar would take your life in 15. I'm gonna go down to 12 and get Abubakar, knock on the door. Oh my god. Hello. Oh man. So now with that recreation in hand, sort of like flip the switch. Not that I'm a fighter, you know.
No,
like
but
I
yeah,
do
you got
flip
work
the
to do.
switch. I get in this car now and immediately I start to think about
what you gotta do.
Muktabek Oralbai and Edson Barboza, and a lot of the writing is done.
Right.
My show open, I think, is something to the effect of, thank y'all for being with us for UFC 330. I'm Jason Anik, in for Jon tonight. Thank y'all for being with us for UFC 331. The welterweight division has never been more threatening at the top, and the man they are all chasing is the otherworldly champion Islam Makhachev, but tonight he is chasing history and Anderson Silva's record, 16 consecutive UFC victories. Of course, the challenger always thinks they're going to beat the champion, but that is especially the case when it comes to the skillful and self-believing Irishman Ian Machado Gary, who will try to flip the mixed martial arts world on its axis by beating the vaunted Makhachev tonight. Something like that. What do you think?
I like it.
Oh, well, thanks. Any other feedback there?
Well, again, you know, you should be sitting on my left, because for those that didn't catch
Oh, God.
any of the earlier content, I can't turn my head to the right because Jon assaulted me earlier today. So every time I try to turn to the right, so I'm listening to you, but I can't look at you, and that's on you. You know, that's just how it goes. So that just means you need to be entertaining enough to where I can't help but look to my right. You know?
Yeah. Well, we'll get you a muscle relaxer later. You know?
No, we're all right. So seriously, so when you get back there, I know a lot of the writing's done, but like, is it watching film of, is that the main
No, I
thing,
have
or?
about 2.5 hours left of laying out scripts, I would imagine, right? Numbered events, there's a lot of different sponsorship elements. I have edited all the promo copy that I read, so that's done. I'm sort of thinking through my checklist in my head, scintillating content, potentially not. But no, just when it comes to transitioning from one feature into a graphic, right? Like, I have to know what all of those transitions are. I've watched most of the items and features and vignettes that are actually in the show, but I haven't looked at the graphics, you know? So, and it's not as though I can't look at a graphic pop up on television and ad lib it. Oftentimes that is what I do. But if you have the time and you're being paid to do a job, wouldn't you look at the graphics, right? So, but yeah, I don't expect it to be an unusually late evening, you know?
So we're doing an Ask Me Anything. We're doing an Ask Me Anything, and this isn't like an advertisement to that. But there was a question that I wanted to ask you for myself that I feel like I just asked now instead of on the show.
All right. Well, let's hope it's not a yes or no question.
I hope it's not. So in terms of like jiu-jitsu play-by-play, which is obviously part of your job, right?
Yep.
So
Sorry, what? Sorry, no, I love jujitsu. I love jujitsu. The question was just taking a long time. I love the grappling.
Well, the reason I've interrupted you so much is because of how slow you've been to get to certain points. But in terms of play-by-play for jiu-jitsu, so I'll be doing play-by-play for a jiu-jitsu qualifier for the Professional Grappling Federation, which, as you know, is submission only. But it's my first time that I'll be sort of handling play-by-play. What are you? He's laughing.
No, I just go on.
No, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually ask him the same question tonight in front of potentially an audience of people, and maybe he'll laugh then. And my question was going to be, though, for someone like me who's not a jiu-jitsu practitioner, just like someone like you, I remember in the past when I was doing dirty boxing, you gave me different touch points, whether it would be jabs or feints or different things to keep an eye out for. So my question to you was going to be, what advice would you give me going into this qualifier, doing jiu-jitsu play-by-play, when I haven't necessarily called the action for jiu-jitsu, even though I've been on the call?
Well, I'm probably the wrong guy to ask because I've never called jiu-jitsu. Certainly things like hip escapes and body locks and certain, I guess, terminology I learned even in 6 or 8 jiu-jitsu classes and having called fights for years and years, you know, but when you see somebody trying to use their hip to scoot out or try to leverage a hip, you know, a hip escape, I think is something that you could figure out a way to get in your vernacular, you know?
No, that's helpful.
But yeah, I oftentimes, when the grappling stuff is going on in a UFC fight, I have 2 world-class analysts to my right, so I'm not necessarily saying a whole lot. And I will tell you, to peel back the director's curtain for a second, or the producer's curtain, oftentimes when there's a takedown, my producer's wheels start to churn, and Lappy's thinking I can get a promo in here with this fight on the ground because maybe there won't be a knockout or something climactic might not happen.
Right.
And I think sometimes what ends up happening is the ground gets so frantic that we don't have as many of those opportunities as we think we do.
Yep. Well, I don't intend to be, I have Alex Morono that's going to be there, obviously describing the jiu-jitsu.
Right.
But it was so fitting that you'd give a sarcastic answer.
I said right.
To what I think was a fairly thoughtful question.
Mean?
No, that's okay.
I'm sarcastic answer. I had talking about hip escapes.
No need to get angry, right? Just said that it was sarcastic, which it was. You prefaced it by saying, "Well, I'm the wrong guy to ask." Good start to your answer. I'm the wrong guy to ask. No, dog, you're the right guy.
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Jiu-jitsu. No,
that's why I wanted to ask.
I don't know the jiu-jitsu competition necessarily. I understand the value of a submission, but I don't necessarily understand how the points might work in other realms of the sport.
Yeah, you can extrapolate to know that my question was more obviously looking for your types of advice, and even just talking about hip escape is great advice.
Okay, you're welcome.
Right?
Then you're welcome. As The Rock would say in Moana, as Dwayne Johnson would say, you're welcome.
So,
de nada. It's nothing.
So, I know that you don't like yes or no questions, so I'm over here sitting thinking, what yes and no questions can I ask this guy right now?
Well, I am a classically trained broadcast journalist who has workshopped at ESPN, and I know that you need to ask questions that don't just allow people to say yes or no. I mean, you can even take that to the car with your children.
So I'll give you a good question that's not yes or no.
Well, I'll determine the extent to which the question's good. But go
ahead. So what time do you try to go to bed the night before a show?
Oh, what a great question. Oh, what a great question. What time do I go to bed the night before a show? When the work is done, when the hay is in the barn. I don't even think about it. And objectively, it's really not a great question.
So I was trying to think of a bad question, right? I was trying to think of something just to step up from yes or no.
Here, I'll give you a few. Ready? Hey, John, are you excited for the fights tomorrow night? Yeah, it's like my Super Bowl. I'm very excited. Hey, John, who do you think's going to win?
Right.
Islam or Ian? Hey, John, does Ian have a shot?
Out to see the groundhog, right?
Hey, John, how's Philadelphia? Right? I mean, if I were in the lowest place in the world promotionally, I would tell you it's great. No, I wouldn't. I mean, I was very forthcoming that Serbia was incredible, but the hospitality and the ice cubes were not flowing. You know what I mean? But it was a great country. But Abu Dhabi's incredible, and people, don't necessarily give Abu Dhabi the credit it deserves.
So when we had these cheesesteaks, which were incredible at Angelo's, they asked if we wanted a pizza.
Right.
Right?
That pizza would have been free, incidentally, and it would be here right now.
Well, no, but, it is interesting because obviously I don't know how well-known Philadelphia may or may not be for pizza, but I bet Angelo's has a pizza worth eating. That's for sure.
They want Joe Rogan. Everybody wants Joe Rogan. They don't want the sidekick, But Joe would absolutely love those sandwiches, and maybe I should bring some to Joe tomorrow in the broadcast booth, It'll take a lot of coordination, right? But that would be the nice thing to do, wouldn't it, for someone as generous as Joe? You think I'm going to do it? You got Seth's number, don't you?
I do.
We might be able to
You let
do
me know
that.
if you need me to text.
Hey, Seth!
Yeah, but the thing is, Joe will bring sandwiches.
Oh, yeah, he's going to show up with his
And
own, huh?
Joe brings these enormous sandwiches, and John's like literally about to crack a microphone. And Joe's like, come on, you got to eat this like foot-long Italian right before you get out there, and then it's sort of a better post-game meal.
I will go in there and smash it post-game. It's a great deli in White Plains, New York that he brings when we're at Madison Square Garden. Or we were in Newark, New Jersey, I guess.
Well, I just know your pre-fight routine, even though you're not fighting, and it doesn't involve smashing food right before you get out there. That's all.
No, you got diaphragm and breathing and your stomach and
You
trying
got
to talk
diaphragm
for...
and breathing.
Well, you're trying to talk for 8 hours and do all these things. I don't think having your stomach packed to the gills is particularly conducive to that type of work, So oftentimes I'll work on an empty stomach. But as I've said, I believe on these airwaves, one time I did a show, I fasted all day in New York.
Wow.
And it was profound, the mental agility I felt on a microphone until it went the other way. And I needed a banana to continue broadcasting. But it really does tap you in mentally. But eventually I needed some fuel.
Well, some of the circumstances of that depend on what you did the previous day as well,
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's a doctor, folks. He's a scientist.
Yep. Here, grab this lid.
Thanks.
We're
Thank
good.
you, sir. My man. That was funny.
I thought that was that guy.
That was funny.
Thank you.
Oh, Matt Hughes in the building.
What's up, buddy? Good to see you, man.
Hey, how are you, brother? Nice to see you. What's up, brother?
What's up, man? Good. How you doing, man?
Hey,
What's up,
brother.
man?
You all right?
Good. How are you, man?
Nice to meet you.
You too, man.
How's it going?
Brother, how are you?
Another day.
Smells good in here.
Is it this?
Lappy said he got to his room and it smelled like, no, it's not. It smelled like a greenhouse. Thanks, bro. You got that room key, bro?
I do. Here.
Oh, I've had like 3 footlongs today. What's that one?
I don't know. It says mushroom on it. I don't know if it has the cheese or not. Yes, sir.
Good, how you doing? I know. My man. You good?
How you
Nice to
doing,
see
man?
you.
Good to see you.
All
brother.
right. Identical.
You see it? I could fool you, right? Maybe.
No. Yeah, the hair. Excited for tomorrow.
Yes.
Business.
No business,
You
You
too,
too,
bro.
bro.
That is Abubakar Nurmagomedov, former UFC fighter.
It looked familiar. Looks like he could smash.
I would.
Why'd you press 15?
Reckon he-
Press 15.
I didn't fucking press 15, and Abubakar would take your life in 15. He would. He would. He would. He would.
I know.
Just
Like
saying.
less.
I'm
less.
just fucking saying. Have a good
Less.
day, guys.
What's have a good day.
You too.
Finally fucking laughed. Finally fucking laughed. I'm gonna go down to 12 and get a Abubakar, knock on the door. Oh my god. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good stuff.